Today we're trying out a very interesting little whiskey that has got a lot going on.
And may also be breaking some rules.
That's right, because one of the whiskeys in here is actually non-compliant with the rules. But let's get it out of the can, into the glass.
It's such a cute little can!
I'll tell you a little bit more about it. This here is the Two Stacks Pillars of Creation 2025 release, and you might be wondering why it's in a can. So this is the Pillars of Creation release. They release it in bottles and cans. It sold out like that, but I was able to get a couple of cans of this.
Oh my gosh.
And so I have cans of it. I actually got 3 cans of it I managed to get in time.
Nice.
So it's I think they released 1,000 cans.
Yes.
This is can 253, and I think there was like 250 bottles of this whiskey. So it is like a nice release that they do the bottles, but you can still get the cans even if the bottles sell out immediately.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to hold on to a few of the cans for like the 26, 27 release
Nice.
and compare them against each other.
Oh my god, I wonder how long they'll go.
They should go, so they have like a food safe lining in them that's, as long as the alcohol is less, the cans have like a lining, so as long as it's less than like 60% alcohol, it won't break it down, and this here is 57% alcohol.
Can alcohol break down cans?
Well, no, it's like a plasticky thing, so it'll stay fresh basically for forever.
Okay.
So if you feel this, the can actually is quite
Yeah,
sturdy.
it's dense.
Yeah, so it is, there's still whiskey in there. So it is quite a dense, so it is safe to hold on to them for a while. Now, when I said this whiskey has a lot going on,
Yes.
it really does have a lot going on.
Is there a story or something?
On this side here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's small font.
Yes.
Let me get my glasses
I think it's the
out.
same information that was on the bottle, but on a much smaller label.
Okay, I'll let you do this. Oh, Boann's on here.
Yes, so this here is a mix of, so what the Pillars of Creation is, it's where Two Stacks, they're
Okay.
bottlers, blenders, bonders.
Two Stacks.
They get whiskey from different distilleries, and they
Yes.
either blend it in interesting ways or finish them in different casks to make something a bit different.
Yes.
What they do with the Pillars of Creation is they take whiskey from different distilleries, blend them together, and kind of make something that's kind of better than the sum of its parts, because all
Okay.
the distilleries will have their own unique kind of flavors and things.
So they're making a creation out of pillars of different whiskeys.
We'll say that, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this here, like I said, it's a blend of 4 different whiskies,
Okay.
2 kind of old distilleries and 2 kind of young distilleries.
Oh.
So I'm going to go into it. It is 29% of this is Dingle Single Malt. That's about 11 years old and was aged in first fill bourbon casks.
Okay.
So 29% of it is Echlinville Single Pot Still.
Okay.
That's looking like about 9 years old, just under 9 years old. That was aged in first fill bourbon.
Yeah.
It's 29% Boann.
Okay.
That's about 5 years old. That was aged in first fill oloroso. And 13% non-GI peated pot still from Micil that was aged in a port cask.
Breaking rules.
So the rules for pot still is it has to be at least 30% malted barley, at least 30% unmalted barley, and at most 5% other grains.
Okay.
So if you were to go, let's say if you were to go like 45% malt, 45% unmalted, and then 10% like oats or wheat or rye,
Yeah.
that then wouldn't count as pot still. Even though traditionally, like a couple hundred years ago, people would have been making whiskey that way, it just doesn't fit into the current definition.
Then what would it be? Nothing?
Non-GI pot still or Irish whiskey. You might not be able to call it anything in particular. Just call it Irish whiskey because it doesn't have any of the current legally protected stamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call it a rose still.
A rose still. It's something that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this here, like I said, it's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's 2 old distilleries, 2 young distilleries. It's about
A whole range of years
it's
and
like
stuff in there.
70% is pot still, of which 13% of it is a bit of peated, and it's not legally pot still. 60% of it was aged in bourbon.
It might not be legally pot still, but it might be legally yummy.
It might be legally yummy. 60% of it was in bourbon, 30% in oloroso sherry, 10% in ports. There's a lot of different things going on, but I think Two Stacks are kind of well trusted that they can blend a lot of things together. Like this is natural color, like I said earlier, it comes in at 57% there in 100ml cans. And I think that's all the information about it.
Now I am wondering, with putting all of these different like styles together, right? normally that'd be some like whiskey scientist kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but the way they've done it here, I'm just like, how do you know to put that together? Whiskey magic.
Whiskey magic. Oh, and also I have left out one more thing that made it a little bit more different. Those whiskeys were blended together and then finished for 6 months in a Palo Cortado sherry cask.
Oh, to kind of like...
To marry them, yeah.
Yes.
And a Palo Cortado, it's something between like an Amontillado, which is like a dry sherry, and an oloroso, which is like a sweet kind of sherry.
Okay, so
they
two
have-
stacks, 4 people can marry.
So there's 4 people can marry. Yes. But I think that's enough time talking. Let's go in for the notes.
Okay. Whoa! Whoa!
I'm glad.
Oh, my God.
Oh, also, this whiskey was released like 5 months ago in May. We're only getting to it now because
I definitely have not smelled this before.
No, because I only have a couple of cans.
Have you smelled this?
No, I only had a couple of cans, and I was like, I want to save them. I don't want to open it because now this has to be drunk, and I think it's going to be a good time because this has
Coffee.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Dark chocolate, not bitter. Dark chocolate coffee cake.
Dark chocolate covered coffee beans. Like there's a lot of like deep richness to it.
It gives me chills.
I'm glad I left this to breathe for a little bit while we talked because there is you can tell the alcohol's there. There's a fair bit of alcohol.
Oh yeah, you can. But that doesn't scare us over here.
And it has this nice. Just letting it breathe, I think a little bit maybe helps it out. I actually probably should have tried it before it breathe. I left it breathe, but yeah.
That smells delicious. The chocolate covered coffee beans.
Yeah.
Nail on the head right there.
There's like a little bit of, I will say earthiness, or like a kind of like darker earthiness, almost like tobacco, leather, cigar box, that kind of like note to it with those darker earthy notes, things that are smoked but not smoky, like that kind of.
I feel like if you drink this, you have to be sitting on like one of those like brown leather couches in front of a fireplace with like a lot of books around you.
Yeah, like that kind of like almost musty leather bound books, that kind of like almost like I'd say almost like there's a little bit of like savory note to it, almost like a smoked meat, where it's not the meat, it's like that like almost umami note to it, like a little bit of like a not like campfire, but something that has been smoked or has
I can see
kind
that.
of like,
It's like the secondary thing.
Yeah, the secondary smoke. So where
Okay, like the hint of it, but not being in front of the smoky fire itself.
like there is a bit of fruit there.
Yeah.
But it's not up the. It's at the back, at the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a thick, juicy.
It's a thick.
fruit.
Yeah, there's something like. Again, how much? It was 13% was in port. 29% was in oloroso sherry, and then it was all finished off in that sherry cask. So it might be like those dark fruits kind of notes coming through.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a little bit of dark cherry later on, because dark cherry, chocolate is nice.
Dark cherry or dark chocolate, yeah. Now it's 57%, so be careful.
You be
We're
careful.
going to go in for the palate.
Yeah.
Cheers. And
Sláinte. Whoa!
Yeah. The peat smoke, way more apparent. Yeah, like as I swallowed it, like that.
Oh, there's peat smoke up in there.
I'd say that Micil is probably quite peated then. It's probably quite heavily peated.
But like, I used to hate peat,
Yeah,
and most
used
of the time
to-
I still don't like peat, but there's just something about when two stacks uses peat.
I think because they're always, they go up to like 10%-ish, like it's 13% here, peat. Whereas if you go beyond that, I think you don't like it. Whereas that bit of peat gives a contrast. Like I'm still getting
just a
those
bit of peat.
dark, almost like earthy notes to it.
Yes.
But with that peat smoke, I didn't really get a huge amount of fruit. I'm going to go in quickly for another sip.
I'm absolutely going in for another one.
Cheers. There is, so second sip round. Now only 29% of this is malt, the rest is pot still, and I am getting
Love me some pot still.
like tingly, peppery pot still, like those, and it has the oiliness of like a good pot still.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Boann's pot still is quite like a sweet one.
Yeah.
I think Echlinville is quite spicy. Micil is quite smoky. So here you're getting a couple of different pot stills.
Yeah.
And then Dingle's kind of earthy herbal malt, I think is there at the back, like a backbone of it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting more of that peppery, spicy, definitely a lot of sherry cask.
Okay.
Smoky as well, yeah.
I'm getting a lot of that chocolate and coffee kind of notes, and I love them.
Yeah, that coffee note is definitely sticking around. Like it's, yeah, like you had an espresso a little while ago.
Yeah.
And it's still got like that thick coffee oil, the almost bitter kind of coffee note.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, if you want to get your girls into whiskey, and we're going into winter, so we all know we'll be inside a lot, book girlies would love this one. Have a book, have a whiskey, boom, new pairing.
Yeah, because this it has that, like you don't want to drink this whiskey. It's you have a sip of it, you savor it, you sit with it, and I can see what you mean. Like have a book, have a little sip. Maybe there's a fireplace, maybe there's no fire, and you're just kind of like, yeah, you're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because it's got a lot going. It's 57%, so it does have. We'll get into the finish in a minute. Has a good, nice length in the finish.
Yeah.
But it's not overpowering.
Yeah, it's a nice sipper.
And it's got a lot going on. But I think it's quite well balanced. But I think we're going to go in for the finish.
Okay.
See what lasts the longest.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sláinte.
Okay, so one thing that struck me.
Yeah.
As I swallowed it, like it's 57%. There's no real like you can definitely get the ABV tingle.
Yeah,
like,
but there's no burn.
There's no burn. It's nice, like all that sherry cask influence.
It smooths it.
It smooths it out. Makes it, again, it's not super fruity, but there is like that sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of sweetness to it, but on the finish for me, after a breath, I'm getting still more of that tobacco, leather, cigar, like you said, like the leather bound book, that kind of like,
that kind of vibe.
that well worn leather, not shoe leather, but like almost like a wallet you had for a while where it's, like, it's been well worn, that kind of,
I still get like the tinglies, like I'm still getting the whole coffee, chocolate, but I get more of like that dark chocolate note more at the end rather than the coffee kind of fades away first. I'd say it's a long finish, like I can feel that like up from in my mouth to all the way down here. Yeah. And I think it's quite nice.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I think this is the...
It's already sold out, isn't it?
Oh, it's sold out months ago, yeah. So before we give our final thoughts, although I think you know we like it, if you're new here, scroll down, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. We put out whiskey reviews every Wednesday and cocktail recipes featuring whiskey every Friday. There will not be a cocktail recipe featuring this whiskey.
Oh God, no.
But there will be something else. So if you want to see that, make sure to check back later on. Make sure to hit subscribe and let us know in the comments below if there's any whiskeys you think we should review in the future. I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I think, so last year's Pillars of Creation was really nice. It's in obviously rose colored glasses in the past. I think it was really nice. I think this has a bit more going on. But it's not unbalanced.
No, not at all.
I think it works quite well, the different flavors. I think the spiciness, the bit of smoke, the kind of malt undercurrent going through it, the fruitiness that doesn't... If there was one note that's the strongest, it probably is that young Micil. It's only like 3 years old. That Peated Pot Still.
Yeah, and the peat didn't even last long. I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, it doesn't dominate, but it's there, present, like in the nose, in the palate, in the finish, and it kind of wraps everything up as opposed to covering up. You can still get the sweetness of the bourbon. You can still get like the fruitiness of the sherry and the port. But it's not only those one thing. It's all kind of wrapped up. So I think that's it. I think we're going to enjoy this. There's a little bit left in the can. And we will see you next time. Sláinte.
Bye-bye.